Hello, this is Mr. Heron. I'm going to show you how to do a multiple regressions now. So here I have some data for my baseball 2002. So I'm going to show you how a couple of things might connect. So let's do some pitching. Come over here to pitching. I've got wins and losses, runs allowed per game. What I want to see is I want to, well, actually, you know what? I need to get some more data. So let me come over here to data. Let me show you how I did this on the data side anyway. This is team pitching. I went to team pitching. There's team batting. So I'm on the baseball-reference.com and I clicked on seasons and I went down and found the 2002 season, which is the famous one from the Moneyball movie. Team standard batting and here's team standard pitching, but I want to click I want to do something more fancy. Where is it? Is it up here? Oh, well, here it is. No. Let me see. Team batting, or I'm going to click on pitching. Okay, pitching. I probably should have just done pitching like that. Let me try that again. Advanced pitching. That's what I want. Pitching. I keep doing advanced pitching. Click on advanced pitching, and you get some advanced stats that I think are interesting. There we go. Team it is. That's got the other team's batting average, on base percentage, like things like that. I think are more interesting. So I'm going to share and export this, get it as an Excel workbook, downloads it up here to my sends it to my downloads file. Click on it, say yes, it's allowed. It opens it up. Now I'm going to move it. There's the whole thing. I'm going to move it into my other worksheet. So you go down here, you go right click, move or copy. I'm going to put it in. This is number. I'm going to move it into my other number 6. I'm going to move it after or before runs and wins. There we go. Boom. Just pops over there. Now it's in here. So this is batting pitching. So I'm going to right click on this, rename it advanced pitching. Okay. So there's the advanced pitching. Okay. So that's got some good stuff. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to see how the other team's on base percentage and what should I do? On base percentage and our team's on base. How about that? Yeah. So here, let me get this out of the way. Let me hit insert. Get a little room here. I'll insert as well here. And so this is the on this. I'm going to recall this the O because this is batting against. So this is the other teams. This is the opponent's on base percentage, right? Because this is pitchers. This is batting against. So this means this is the opponent's on base percentage. So I'm going to come back over here to pitching where we've got wins. And I'm going to go insert, get some space here. And I'm going to try to put in right here. Let me come back to advanced pitching. I'm going to highlight on base percentage, opponents on base percentage. I'm going to go all the way down to the Blue Jays, not below that. I don't want the average for the league or the totals or anything. I just want the different teams, right? The 30 teams. Stop there, hit control copy. So that's going to be, I went from spot 2 down to 32. So that only leaves out one spot. So it's 31 spots, right? Come back over here to pitching. I'm going to put it in right here. So start at the top all the way down to the Blue Jays and hit Control V. There we go. That's, let me make that a little bigger. There. Opponents on base percentage. That's how much opponents get on base. Now, I want to combine that with the batters on base percentage. And that is on base percentage. Here it is on the batting chart. On base percentage is right here. I'll highlight this one and go all the way down to the Toronto Blue Jays again. Control copy. I'm just doing this big on base percentage thing. Come back over to pitching and I'll put it in right here and paste. There. So now I've got opponents on base percentage and our team's on base percentage for all those teams. And I'm gonna do a big multiple regression with wins. I want to see how much do those two things, those two factors, the opponent's on base percentage and our team's on base percentage, how much do they predict and affect wins? How much are they correlated with wins? Probably a lot. How much we get on base and how much we allow or don't allow the opponents to get on base. How much does that connect to wins? Probably quite a bit. So here we go. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click data and data analysis. Now, I showed in the other video, if you don't have the data analysis, if you click on the data and you don't see data analysis over here, you got to download it first. It's an add-on on Excel. So I had to click on, for a MacBook, you have to click on Tools, and you click on Tools, you come down to Excel add-ins. If you have a PC, you have to click on File, and then Options, and then add-ins, and put it over there. So anyway, I showed that in another video. I'm not going to do that anymore. Click on Data Analytics. I'm going to do regression. Click OK. It says, what's your Y range? Well, it's already got the correct Y range. If it didn't, let me just erase it, pretend it didn't. I'm going to say, yeah, I want these wins, boom, to be the Y range. Now for the X range, it's the input. I'm going to grab both these at the top here, both G and H, all the way down, boom. Both of them are in there. Okay, labels, yes, because the top row is labels. New workbook, yep, that's what I want. Click OK. Boom. It just put it in a new workbook. I'm going to double click here so we can see stuff. There's let's go back to home page and highlight that. There's our multiple R. That's a strong correlation, 0.93. That's very nice. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the residuals. Yep, I don't like this anymore. After all this, I'm going to come down and erase this. Sheet 4, I'm going to say delete. Bye-bye, sheet 4. Yeah. I want it out of here. Let me try this again. Let's go back, advanced pitching. Where were we? Batting? Where did I put it? Pitching? Yeah, there it is. Let's try it again. Okay, you get to see it again here. Data analytics, regression, and we've already got, yeah, it's got the Y highlighted. Does it already have the other one too? Yeah, it's looking good. It's got everything highlighted. I forgot to click residuals. I want to see the residuals. So click that and now hit OK. And okay, made it again. Put it over here. I double click this again. Same R value. Go back to the home page. Highlight that. 9.3, real strong. I'm not going to put a graph in here. I don't care. A graph wouldn't make sense because there's two things on the x-axis. No, I'm not going to do that. But what I am interested in is the residuals. I'll show you. So first off, there's a strong correlation. Look at that strong correlation. That right there is saying that these two things together correlate very strongly, on-base percentage and opponent's on-base percentage, to wins, to making a team win is how much we get on base and allow our opponent to not get on base leads to wins. Okay, so there it is. There's the strong correlation, multiple regression correlation. Okay, so now I want to see the residuals are predictions. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to come here and I'm just going to go insert. Boom, insert. And I'm going to put the team's names over here so you can see what teams are these. Let's go back to batting or wherever you want to go. Grab the team's names. All right, there's the 31 teams, 30 teams. Control copy that, bring it back to pitching. Is that where I put it? Pitching? No. Sheet 5, sheet 5 right here. Sheet 5. Put it right over here. Just put 30 teams' names. Control V. There they are. Oh, that didn't come out. Let me move that over. You have a little space. There we go. So there's the teams. So there's the different teams. And now what I'd like to put here, I don't care about observation number. That's kind of dumb. What I want to put is I want to put their actual wins. Like how many games did they actually win? So I'll go back over to where was the wins? Pitching? Yeah. So I'm going to grab the actual wins for the 30 teams. Oops, stop at the Blue Jays right there. Copy. Where was that? So, sheet 5. That's right. I'm going to put wins here. I don't care about their observation number. So I want to say wins. Boom. There's the actual wins. All right. Now that's helpful. Look at what this residual is telling us. That's right here. Let me make this bigger. That's predicted wins. That's what that is. Let me make that bigger. Okay, to see what that's saying? So that's saying based upon our formula, which I'll show you the formula in a second, our connection between on-base percentage. In fact, let me label. Let's come down here. Right click on this. Let's give this thing a new name. Rename this. This is opponents on base percentage and on base percentage for our team versus wins. That's what this is. This is a multiple regression. In fact, I'm going to move this to the end as well. Right click this, move it to the end. This is our model. Okay, here we are. All right, so you see what it's predicting? It's saying the Angels actually, right here, the Angels won 99 games. This predicts that they'll win 95 games. The Diamondbacks won 98. This thing predicts 103. The residual is the amount it's off by. See, the 95 to 90, 95.9, which is basically 96, to 99 is off by 3. This one negative 5.7, etc. It's how the residual is the amount the prediction is off. See, this is a model now, and it's predicting. Now, let me give you the model equation. It's all right in here. Let me show you. Here's how the model works. I'll write it up here. The model. And what it does, wins equals, and I'm just going to tell you what it is. It's first off, you take this coefficient from all opponents on base percentage. I'm going to copy that, control copy, back over here. I don't know why it does that. Just hit escape and click back on it again. Go up here and paste. That's the number times OOBP, opponents on base percentage. Now, see, that's the coefficient. I got it right here. That's the coefficient from opponents on base percentage. It's calculated a special formula. So that's the first part of the formula. Click back here. Plus, and then we got to grab this next number here, on base percentage. That's for our team's on base percentage. Copy that. Back here. Paste that in. Times on base percentage. Plus, and then there's this intercept. That's like a y-intercept. It's the number added. It's not going to be multiplied by anything. Come back here. Paste that in. That's the formula right there. You see that formula? That's the formula that this thing is using. That's our model for it. Let me make that bigger. I'm just going to come in here and go bold. Oh, bold. Bold. There we go. And make it like 24 or something like that. It kind of goes off the screen a little bit, but it's more clear that way. It's telling you this is a model. This is a way of predicting how many wins a team is going to get. In fact, maybe it'd be best if I just copied this and put it back right there. Boom. Same thing with that. Yep, with that. Back right there. And highlight again, bold again. 24, just move it over so everyone see it. There we go. It's a little better. So models. Anyway, so there's the formula connecting wins. You can predict how many games the team is going to win based upon their opponents on base percentage and their on base percentage. If you multiply that negative 629 number times the opponent's on base percentage plus, wait, is this plus? Yeah, 438, whatever, times their on base percentage plus that 144 number. That is what this formula is doing when it comes over here and it predicts. This is predicted wins. In fact, I probably should just call it that, huh? I should just say predicted wins. That's what that is. It's the predicted wins. In fact, it's still kind of bugging me that it's off the screen. So let me copy it one more time. Put it right over here. Wait. Boom. And right here. Boom. Up here, right. Well, get rid of this one more time. Just keep fiddling with this. All right. Bold and 24. Oh. All right, so that's where we can see the whole thing. So that's predicted win. That's what the calculator is doing with these predicted wins. It's taking, the Anaheim Angels, let's do the Arizona Diamondbacks, their opponent's on base percentage and their on base percentage, multiplying by these numbers and adding that 144 number, which is calculated to be the best formula for the whole season, using all the teams that season to calculate and predict wins. And it would predict that the Arizona should have won 103, almost 104 games. They only won 98. So it isn't quite perfect. A lot of them, it's really close. And here is the connection. The regression stat is pretty high, 0.93. So it's a strong connection between those two things, opponents on base percentage and on base percentage, and predicted wins. Now, you might notice this is negative. Why is this first number negative? Well, because opponents on base, the more opponents get on base has a negative effect on your team's ability to win. And then how much your team gets on base has a positive effect. See, a positive multiplier times your on base percentage. So the math is bearing out reality. And we see from this formula, this is a model that predicts how many games teams are going to win based just upon the on-base stuff. This is just about getting on base. It has nothing to do with home runs or hits at all. It's just getting on base. That's all it is. Opponents getting on base and your team getting on base. Those alone together strongly predict how many wins a team is going to get. You can see it's a 0.93 strong correlation between those two. So we learned something here that getting on base is really important and keeping the other team off the base. Those two things together are really strong. This is a multiple regression prediction and a model to do that. And so there we go.